Hello everyone, my name is Ritvika Vyas, your science mentor for class 8. And today we are going to study further in your chapter 2, that is Health, the Ultimate Treasure. Students, in the previous session we have talked about our health, and not just our physical health but also our mental and social health. So in this session today we are going to talk about something that causes harm to your health or something that deteriorates your health, that are diseases. And we are also going to learn about how many types of diseases are there and what are the causes of these diseases. So starting with the term itself, disease. What do you mean by that? It is made up of two terms, dis and ease. Dis means something opposite and ease means your easiness. Something that is opposite to your easiness is a disease. That means you're feeling uneasy either in the mind or in the body. That means you may have a disease. When your body or even your mind stops working normally, it is hampered by something. It is not functioning properly. That means you may have a disease. Or if the disease is very chronic and prolonged for a longer period of time, it can even cause damage to your organs or even your organ system. For example, heart failure. So how we can define this term? Disease is something that affects normal working of the body or mind. It will affect the normal functionality of your body or your mind. And it occurs when organs or system fails. If your immunity is low, and let's say a microorganism, a bad microorganism attacked your body, it can damage your organs because something that is protecting your body's immunity, if it went down, if it gets low, that means it will damage your organs or systems and it may even result to their failure. Now we talked about that diseases are something that are causing damage to your mind or your body. What exactly is causing this damage? What I mean is, what are the causes of these diseases? There are mainly two causes. Primary is something that I just told you, microorganisms, and second is in your own health, that is your lifestyle. So the primary causes are pathogens. Pathogen, students, are bad microorganisms, or you may even call them germs. This we call in layman language, common language. But scientifically, we call them pathogens. What are pathogens? They are bad microorganisms that affect your health. They may even cause infections and which will lead to diseases. We have talked about microorganisms a lot in the previous sessions, in the previous chapter itself, and we know that they are present everywhere and they can be either good or bad. Good we are using for ourselves, like making breads, yeast, and even our gut bacteria that is helping us digest our food. Bad microorganisms, students, will cause us infections, will harm our body. क्या एग्जाम्पल्स आएंगे उसमें? बैक्टीरिया, वायरसेस, फंजाई, worms, protozoa. Now worms is not a microorganism, but it is causing a disease, it is causing infection, therefore we put it under this category, pathogens. तो diseases का primary reason क्या हुआ? Pathogens. Some microorganism or some organism that is causing your health to break down, to deteriorate, that is causing harm to your health, that is giving you diseases or infections, is called pathogens. Second क्या हुआ reason diseases का? Your lifestyle, your poor diet, your unhealthy habits. अगर आप टाइम पे सो नहीं रहे, न्यूट्रिशियस फूड नहीं ले रहे, एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर रहे, यू आर कंज्यूमिंग अल्कोहल, स्मोकिंग, all this combining together will deteriorate your health. It will cause more harm to your body. And if your body is already under a weak condition due to this, ये आपको easily attack कर सकते हैं. So you can say that this is somewhat interlinked to this. तो आपके हाथ में क्या है? Your lifestyle. If you take a good diet, you keep your exercise regularly, and you are not into unhealthy habits, your chances of getting sick or ill are highly low. क्यों? क्योंकि आपकी इम्यूनिटी अच्छी रहेगी. तो ये पैथोजेंस जो आपकी बॉडी को अटैक करके आपको डिजीज दे सकते हैं, इनके चांसेस क्या हो जाएंगे? कम टू एंटर योर बॉडी. राइट? अच्छा, हमने बात की कॉजेस की कि ये कॉजेस हैं डिजीजेस के. अब जानते हैं कि कितने टाइप्स की होती है डिजीजेस. So there are mainly two types of diseases. One that can be spread from one person to another or from one body to another, and second that do not transmit, that do not spread. What do we call them? We call them NCDs, non-communicable diseases. आप ये टर्म से समझिए, नॉन कम्युनिकेबल मतलब नॉन ट्रांसमिटेबल डिजीजेस. ये स्प्रेड नहीं होती. नॉन कम्युनिकेबल मीन्स दे डू नॉट स्प्रेड. Second are communicable diseases or CDs. These spread. They are transmittable diseases. क्या difference होता है इन दोनों में? Non-communicable diseases, students, they do not spread. They can't spread, as the name suggests. Right? They can't spread. अब अगर दो टाइप्स की डिजीजेस हैं तो इनके कॉजेज भी अलग अलग होंगे कि किस रीजन से हो रही हैं. हमने दो कॉजेज की बात की है, पैथोजेंस एंड लाइफस्टाइल. इसमें आपको क्या लगता है कौन सा कॉज होगा? ये डिजीजेस क्यों हो रही है? कौन दे रहा है ये डिजीजेस? अगर कोई चीज स्प्रेड नहीं हो रही, क्या उसमें पैथोजेंस इन्वॉल्व है? ऑफ कोर्स नॉट, बिकॉज पैथोजन जो डिजीजेस देते हैं दोज आर मोर इन्फेक्शियस. मतलब माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स और लेट्स से एनी इन्फेक्शियस एजेंट दैट दे स्प्रेड इजीली, दे ट्रांसमिट इजीली, they are everywhere, so it is easier for them to transfer from one body to another. Therefore जो non communicable diseases हैं जो स्प्रेड नहीं हो सकती, उसमें पैथोजेंस आर नॉट इन्वॉल्व. पैथोजेंस आर नॉट इन्वॉल्व. दीज आर नॉट कॉज्ड बाय पैथोजेंस. सो व्हाट इज कॉजिंग इट? द सेकेंड रीजन, दैट इज योर लाइफस्टाइल. इट इज लिंक्ड टू लाइफस्टाइल, डाइट एंड योर एनवायरमेंट. योर नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीजेस. व्हाट आर द एग्जाम्पल्स? पैथोजेंस कॉज नहीं कर रहे हैं, बट लाइफस्टाइल के कारण ये डिजीजेस हो रही हैं. कौन कौन से एग्जाम्पल्स हैं इनके? वी हैव कैंसर, diabetes, asthma. These diseases are not caused by any pathogens, but they are caused by your lifestyle. If you are consuming too much sugar, diabetes. And if you are living in an unhealthy environment, environment भी तो एक factor है. जहाँ पे बहुत सारा pollution हो, you may get asthma. Same goes with the blood pressure. If you are consuming too much salt and oily food. Same goes with your cholesterol, which will lead to your heart attack. What are all these? These are non-communicable diseases. That means they cannot spread. If, let's say, a person has a high blood pressure problem, जो उसके आसपास रह रहे हैं उनको नहीं होगा. क्यों? क्योंकि स्प्रेड नहीं हो रही वो डिजीज. और वो है क्यों उस पर्सन को? क्योंकि उनका लाइफस्टाइल खराब है, तो स्प्रेड नहीं होगा. बट अगर कोई कम्युनिकेबल डिजीज होती, कोई इन्फेक्शन होता, तो आपको प्रिकॉशंस लेने पड़ते. क्यों? क्योंकि वो स्प्रेड हो जाता है. There comes our communicable diseases which are caused by pathogens. ये pathogens के कारण होता है. Pathogens they transmit easily. Therefore ये diseases जो हैं they are transmittable. They spread from one person to another person. Can spread from person to person. कौन कौन से examples है? Typhoid, dengue, flu, chickenpox, COVID-19. You recently saw in COVID-19. क्या कॉज कर रहा था COVID-19? कोरोना वायरस. What is a virus? It's a pathogen. Therefore, this disease comes under communicable disease. ये बहुत इजीली स्प्रेड होती हैं. इसलिए कोविड की गाइडलाइंस में क्या था कि कीप द इन्फेक्टेड पर्सन आइसोलेटेड. Don't interact with the person. Don't use the same things that person is using. Why? Because it is communicable. It will spread. How lifestyle affects health? अब हमने बात कर ली है कि कॉजेस क्या क्या है डिजीजेस के, पैथोजन एंड लाइफस्टाइल. टाइप्स क्या है? एनसीडीज एंड सीडीज. बट pathogens are not under in our control. What is under our control? Our lifestyle. So more common NCDs are growing in India, which are diabetes, heart disease and cancer. These diseases are constantly growing in India. Why? They are growing at a very rapid rate. Why? Because हम लोगों की lifestyle बहुत खराब है. We are not taking care of our body. Therefore, these diseases are growing rapidly in our country. What is the main cause? More processed food. पुअर डाइट है, क्यों है? क्योंकि हम प्रोसेस्ड फूड ले रहे हैं, वी आर ईटिंग जंक, वी आर नॉट टेकिंग अ बैलेंस्ड डाइट एंड लेस एक्सरसाइज. सारा टाइम स्क्रीन पे रहते हैं, एक्सरसाइज नहीं करते, कोई स्पोर्ट्स नहीं खेलते, और लॉन्गर लाइफ स्पैन्स. साइंस इतनी एडवांस हो गई है दैट इट इज गिविंग अस अ लॉन्गर लाइफ. People may live up to 80s or even 90s by taking medicines, doing treatments, but उससे हो क्या रहा है? हमारी इम्यूनिटी तो वीक ही है बिकॉज वी आर नॉट फॉलोइंग अ गुड लाइफस्टाइल. तो क्या हो रहा है? वो डिजीजेस और इम्पैक्ट कर रही हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि ओल्ड एज में इम्यूनिटी और वीक हो जाती है. वी आर लिविंग लॉन्गर लाइफ बट वी आर नॉट लिविंग हेल्दी लाइफ्स. So what did we learn today in this session? That how many types of diseases are there, what are the causes of these diseases, what are the examples of these diseases, right? So let me test your knowledge for today's session. Question number 1 we have here. What are organisms that cause diseases called? Cells, microbes, pathogens, bacteria. Some bad microbes can cause diseases and bacteria can also cause diseases, but uska term kya hai? Pathogens. Pathogens are the agent, the infectious agent that cause diseases. Which of these diseases is communicable? That means that can be spread easily. Asthma, typhoid, cancer, diabetes. Typhoid, it's a fever. It can be transmitted. क्यों? क्योंकि इसमें pathogen involved है. It is caused by a pathogen. Which of the following can cause diseases? Which of the following can cause diseases? Good nutrition and hygiene? Of course not. It will improve your health. Pathogens and poor lifestyle. Because regular exercise and clean environment will add up to your health. But these things will harm your health. What are NCDs? Non-communicable diseases. Diseases that spread easily. Diseases caused by pathogens. If they are spreading easily, they are automatically caused by pathogens. But what are they? They are communicable diseases, CDs. Diseases that cannot spread and diseases spread by air. Diseases that cannot spread are NCDs. Diseases that spread by air are what? Again, communicable diseases, our CDs. So that's all for today's session. Let's meet in the next session. Till then, keep studying and thank you very much.